To you, it is Sunday evening, and we are in Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada, site of this matchup between the Houston Hyenas and the Las Vegas Fury. Welcome into the broadcast booth, everybody. Chris Curtis, along with our esteemed Commissioner Cameron Irvine. On commentary this evening, Cam, 2-1 Las Vegas, hosting 1-2 Houston. Should be a good one, two very competitive teams.
I'm back. What's up, everybody? Houston and Vegas coming up from the desert. You know, Houston is trying to shake off some doubters. They started 0-2 this season and got a big win last week. Is Vegas for real, I should say. 3-1 looks a lot better than 2-2, and that's where they're trying to get to tonight.
No doubt about that. And Houston on the other side, though, they are looking at a 1-2 record after a narrow win over Lone Star. They looked a lot better last week over a very game glory team.
Yeah, they did.
As we get going, we are just about set to take another look at both starting quarterbacks. Colin Pierce for the Fury, who had a whale of a game last week. We'll go over that here in a second. But then, of course, the veteran on the Hyenas side, E.T. King, is the one of the wily veterans in the Simulation Football League. We're ready to go. It's going to be Vegas football to start things out. The Hyenas are going to be in the white, moving left to right, and the Fury moving right to left. As you are looking live at Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada, we are underway as the first quarter gets going. Return from about the 12-yard line, get it to about the 20-25, spin move at the 27-yard line, get out to the 31-yard line, and that is where he is brought down. Colin Pierce on the horizon for his first drive of this football game. 5 touchdowns, 6 interceptions a week ago. That is a wild stat line, to say the least, especially for throwing the ball in only under 40 times.
Colin Pierce knows how to fill a stat sheet. There is no doubt about that.
His main battery mate, Scott Johnson, is the deep back on this first play. We'll go over the offense for the Fury in just a moment. Offset eye for Pierce. Pierce, pump fake, looks to throw on first down. Crossing pattern, got his receiver at the 42-yard line. And that is a good start for the Fury on first down.
A-Star Miramontes with that reception. And, you know, Pierce has done a nice job spreading the ball around to all of his weapons, but keep an eye out on John Blades tonight. There he is, highlighted, number 1 in the league in receiving yards so far at 514 and 6 touchdowns. That's also best in the league.
14 receptions a week ago. This will be Pierce's next play over the middle. Deep ball. That one's tipped and nearly intercepted. And that was Barnes who came up with a really nice play on the Houston defense.
Barnes has 3 picks. That's 6th best in the SFL. And this Houston secondary is sneaky good. Yeah, they got off to that slow start, but mostly it was because of their offense. They really held Jacksonville in check on the road. So we'll see how they can handle this high-octane Fury offense here tonight.
Vegas in a second down scenario. Offset eye again. One receiver out at the top of your screen. Handoff. Johnson, left side, trying to move off tackle. He's going to get taken down. Quick 5-yard gain, make it third down. Quick look at the offense for the Fury. Scott Johnson, we've seen. Colin Pierce, we've seen. That is John Blades, as mentioned. Mason Kirby, the other wideout, along with Doug Britton. A-Star Miramonte is the tight end. He did not have a catch last week. Neither did Tiberius Bovine in the loss at Los Angeles. We are ready to go with a third down play. Good crucial third down for Vegas in the I formation. Pierce, 7-step drop, deep again, over the middle. This one's tipped again and nearly intercepted again, but it'll be a quick 3-and-out, and guess who? It's Barnes again with another shot at the football.
Yeah, Barnes, 2 pass deflections and a tackle here on the first drive. Just 1 pass deflection through 2 weeks. Not a lot of teams have been targeting him deep over the middle. Colin Pierce does and pays the price. Vegas will have to punt.
Easy punt, easy 3-and-out from the Houston defense. That's a good start as far as they're concerned. Punt snap a little bit left, but handled well as we kicked towards about the 10-yard line, bounce at the 9 towards the goal line and into the end zone. And we will see Houston's offense come out at the 20-yard line. So a good start for the Houston defense, trying to turn it into offense as we get things started on this Sunday evening. Now let's take a look at the veteran E.T. King, Cam. A week ago, decent day, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, but threw the ball 35 times in the narrow win against Lone Star.
Yeah, I think the most interesting thing about tonight is which Vegas defense is going to show up. The one from the first 2 weeks or the one that gave up 54 to LA last week.
Go over the rest of the Houston offense here in just a moment. King throws, quick pass over the middle. It is an immediate catch and a 5-yard completion over that middle of the field. The offense looks like this for Houston. Warren Murray, your main battery mate. It is Kyle Finnemore, your wide receiver, along with Leroy Brown. That's who caught that first ball. DR Sim, and then Greg Conley, your other wide receivers. Tight ends, Randy Pierce, and then Stephen Walker, the other tight end for the Hyenas offense. Handoff through the middle. It's Warren Murray, spin move past the first down marker, and he's got themselves a new set of downs at the 34-yard line.
Murray, keep your eyes downfield. He didn't have to spin. He had a lot of room there, and I think a couple extra spins prevented a bigger gain there from Murray. A little jacked up to be in Vegas, as we are, Curtis.
Absolutely. Sin City, always a good time, no doubt about that. Offset I formation for E.T. King. Murray, his deep back. King 5-step drop, goes to Murray out in the flat. Spin, one-handed catch, and he's got the Fury converging on him pretty quickly out on the left. It'll be a 4-yard gainer, 2nd and 6.
I like the start from Houston's offense here. They really got Murray involved a lot in the offense. He's got the 5th most carries in the SFL. If there's one thing Houston's offense has been doing maybe a little bit better than last season, it's getting Murray involved early in ball games.
5 wide on 2nd down. King is in the gun. Quick drop, throw, left side, deep, caught, down to the 40-yard line, and he may go to, no, is he gonna get there? He is, to the house. That is a Houston touchdown. It is DR Sim making an impact.
And that is DR Sim's 100th touchdown. That is first all time. Congratulations to DR Sim, and I guess we got the answer to our question. The Vegas defense from last week has shown up. What a route from DR, and congratulations on the legend getting touchdown number 100, the first to ever do it at receiver.
The centennial milestone, first time seen it in the Simulation Football League. Congrats to you, Mr. Simeon. That is good stuff from the Houston Hyenas offense as they burn Vegas on their first deep route really of the game, and it took a 5-wide set to do it, interestingly enough. That's a good start for the guys in white as they'll look to attack on the extra point. And Vegas's crowd not really liking what they see early as a quick 3-and-out by their offense, and all of a sudden they give up a home run the other way. Now their team is down a possession, and it's time for Colin Pierce, I think, to really do what he can to respond.
Yeah, it's a tough position for the rookie, but, I mean, this guy has been lethal. 982 yards, 3rd best in the SFL, 8 touchdowns, also 3rd best this season. But I think what's even more impressive, the 9th best quarterback rating in the SFL. QBR is a big deal because that means that he's completing a lot of passes, and he's not throwing too many interceptions either.
Yeah, had 410 yards a week ago, did Mr. Pierce. That's Britain with the return out to the 30-yard line, and that will bring out Vegas's offense once more. We'll actually get to take a look at Houston's defense here in just a second, so we didn't get a chance to on our first drive either way. 7-0 lead early for Houston. Deep back is going to be Johnson, 4 on the defensive line. Linebackers in position just behind them, 6 in the box. To throw. Pierce, right side. Oh, that route was jumped and nearly brought back the other way. That's a dangerous throw to a dangerous receiver. And that nearly caused a problem for Houston, or for Vegas, sorry.
Kai Cash elevated to kick returner here this week, and they're playing the slot, just gets his arms in front of Tiberius Bovine. You know, there's a battle, 1-2 battle tonight between Sim and Bovine, the top 2 in receiving yards all time, and it almost looked like Pierce wanted to get Bovine involved just to stick it to DR Sim. That did not happen.
Nearly big problems for the rookie, though. Colin Pierce needs to settle down a bit. He's had 3 balls and nearly ended up in the hands of Hyena defenders to this point in the game. 2nd and 10. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom of your screen. 4 on the line again for Houston. Here's to throw. Over the middle. That one didn't quite find the hands of the receiver either. Nearly a dangerous ball, but the ends up being now a 3rd and long, as I believe that was John Blades, the intended receiver.
Yeah, this is a tough situation here for Vegas because they're really not looking to Scott Johnson to run the football here early. They have to be careful They don't want to end up in a shootout where they can't establish the run, because Warren Murray is definitely the better of the two backs coming into the matchup.
4 wide on 3rd down. Pierce trying to find something. Over the middle again. This time he goes to the well and it dries up. It's a Houston interception at midfield, and they turn the ball over.
And it's A.J. Barnes. I mean, deep over the middle is a big no-no right now here for Las Vegas, because A.J. Barnes is literally blanketing the field anywhere past 15 yards in between the hash marks. What a start for Barnes. And this Houston team is feeling some of that momentum off their win last week.
Pass to flex, and then all of a sudden an interception for Barnes. 3rd time's a charm, and now we see E.T. King with great field position to start out this drive. 1st and 10. He's got Warren Murray to his right. In the gun, takes the snap, thrown over the middle. Receiver standing there, able to get the ball in his grasp 2nd and inches, as that one will find a way into the tight end's hands.
Nice misdirection play there. Stephen Walker, the 2nd tight end on this roster, he actually went out into the flat, almost kind of froze the Vegas defense, and then King hit his other tight end, Randy Pierce, up the middle. Nice play.
Off Murray. Misdirection play on the offense there. A loss of a couple yards. 3rd and 3. Vegas defense looks like this. Rhett Sawyer and Ryan Ray, your defensive ends. A.K. Jones, a defensive tackle. Linebackers Eric Davis, Slyn Shady, Dade Drury, your linebacking core. Cornerbacks Tom Krieg, Merrick Atera. And then your safeties, it's going to be Nicky Collintrell. It is Chris Megal, and then Max Jackson on the battery for the Vegas defense. They get to King on this play as well to cause a real stop to that drive. Good momentum turn from the Vegas defense, making it 4th and long.
Cracking open a cold one off the sack, and the defensive line for Vegas won that drive the 2 plays ago. The 2-yard loss to Warren Murray, Rhett Sawyer on that tackle. So nicely done.
An upcoming, going to try to pin the Fury down deep is the Houston special teams unit. Caught at the 9-yard line, trying to return. Spin move gets him out to the 17. Decent return on that punt. Bring back out one Colin Pierce, who now has an interception under his belt. Got to really calm it down. And I think they need to calm down the play calling a little bit, talking about the Vegas coaching staff.
1 for 6 for 11 yards to start. But the one run to Johnson, a nice 5-yard pickup. Let's see if they get him established.
He is the offset back. 3 to the bottom of your screen, 1 to the top. Moving right to left. Defensive line shifts a little bit to the right. Here's to throw. Left side towards the sideline. That one is caught, and that'll be a 9-yard completion. 2nd completion of the game for Pierce. Has him at 2nd and 1.
You want to get him going too. John Blades has been masterful. He would have won Player of the Week any other week last week with his 4 touchdowns. Only the 3rd player in the player progression era to have over 300 yards and 4 touchdowns in a game. So, I mean, he is just super dangerous.
One of his longest one, 76 yards to that man. This will be Pierce on a 2nd and short, trying to get it outside. And did he get there? Not quite. Trying to get it to Johnson in the flat, didn't work. 3rd and inches. And the very close, crucial 3rd down for Vegas in momentum.
Ethan Kai, what a tackle. I mean, Johnson's got a full head of steam coming down, and Ethan Kai just sits him right down before the sticks. That was an incredible play.
Close-knit offensive line here. 2 wide out to the left. Pierce trying something on 3rd, trying to throw, moving in the pocket, taken down, and he's going to lose a ton of yards in the process. 4th and 7, and Vegas will have to punt it away.
That's a rookie getting greedy as Wolf Justice comes away with the sack. He had Johnson in the flat, but his eyes were downfield. He was looking for the big play, but it's 3rd and inches, young fella. Just check it down and live to fight another day. Instead, they'll have to punt.
Yep, and they're in the shadow of their own end zone as well, almost guaranteed to give Houston good field position here as we play about halfway through this 1st quarter. High snap, brought down well. Kick is on the way. It's going to be towards the midfield logo, a little bit past it. Good kick. Gets it out to the 39, return to the 41, and back out comes Houston's offense. Vegas, really good defensive stand on their last time out off of the interception. See if they can hold Houston to a 1-possession lead on this, what is becoming a pretty crucial early game drive for the Houston offense.
Yeah, and in the other game, Curtis, Fort Worth is really showing up on the road. They're up 16-0, extra point pending. They look great. Portland in trouble at home.
Yikes. Yikes, yikes. Dockyard's not playing good host to the home team at the moment. That's going to be a run for Murray, right-hand side, 2-yard loss as the defensive line gets to him in the backfield. Good work by the big men up front.
Yeah, Curtis, this is the storyline developing in this game. This Las Vegas defensive line is keeping the Fury in this. That was Ryan Ray. I mean, everybody up front is making plays so far.
3 to the left, 1 to the right for E.T. King. Murray is the deep back. King drops back, throws over the middle. He's got a seam, and he's got a catch out to the 42-yard line in Vegas territory. That's a long one over the middle.
Nice haul in by DeMond. E.T. King is, DR is settling in. That is a tall man standing in the pocket, stepping up, putting that ball on a rope. And, man, if I could have thrown like that, just would have been a different life for me.
That's about it. That's E.T. King, though. He's a wily veteran. He's going to find a way to throw it in very tight situations. He's in the eye here. 1st and 10, handoff Murray. He's going to try to move it back left across the line. Not going to work. 2-yard gain, and Rhett Sawyer comes up with the stop.
Sawyer again. He makes grown men wearing bright pink look exciting. He's just he's a menace on the line. He's already got 3 tackles. And, usually defensive linemen are known for, their sacks and their pass rush, but he's been solid against the run.
2 tackles for loss a week ago in the loss, and that's going to be a throw to the left. That's a catch. It's their 3rd and 3 as they get a couple yards back. That's Walker, his first grab.
How about E.T. King's start? 7 for 7. He's got Walker, Pierce, Brown, and Sim with receptions here. All he needs is the rookie. He has really been the better distributor by far over Pierce.
Absolutely spreading the wealth. This will be a chance for King over the middle. Caught 10 to the 5, and he's in. That is a Houston touchdown, and another one on the board for the veteran. Oh, man. Good start for Houston's offense.
And it's Fenimore, the guy that didn't have a catch. So that's now 7 different receivers on 8 for 8 passing for E.T. King. And the Vegas defense looks, their pass defense, their spirits are broken after last week. This has not been much better. And Houston, wow. You would have thought that if the Hyenas had a chance to win this game, it would be in a low-scoring 16-13 grinded-out game. Instead, they're winning in the shootout right now with 2 touchdowns here on the road.
Hard to say it's a shootout, though. Their defense playing very, very well and keeping Vegas grounded, as it were. Good start for them either way, but I think you're right. Winning a tight game 22-17 over Lone Star a week ago, that this is not the Houston offense we predicted coming in, and now all of a sudden they're up 2 scores.
Is that Ryan Matthews in the chat, the former league staff member, saying it's been a long time? What is this, a reunion class of 2006? What's going on here tonight? Welcome.
Long time no see. This will be back towards the 10-yard line, returnable. Out to the 20, the 25, spin move to the 25. Whoa. He's got some room. No way. Double spin. Got him in space to the 40. Is he going to be able to break free? Oh. He is. That's going to be a return touchdown. No way. No flags. That is a score for Vegas. What a way for them to get on the board. Thank you, Doug Britton.
Well, if that's not the number 1 play this week, I don't know what is, because that's the first kickoff return touchdown of the season, and it was Purdy. Look at the double spin. Left them all alone, and boy, did Vegas ever need that.
Yeah, for momentum's sake, for sure. The defense been playing well. Special teams decides to step up and gets them back to within, a 1-score game. That's a great play. Doug Britton making an impact, and he has got the Fury on the board pending the extra point.
I want to know what's going on in Ryan Michaels' life. That's what I want to know.
Long time no see. Good to see him in chat. Good to see him interacting. Kick is up and on the way. It is up and through, and that is a 14-7 lead for Houston, who's about to get the ball back That is going to take a little bit of pressure off one Colin Pierce as the other parts of the team stepping up when they need to try to bail him out.
And it could be a signal to the defense, guys, you know, we've got you. It's okay. Settle down. I mean, when the offense isn't performing and the defense feels like it's all on their shoulders, getting a play like that off of special teams is invaluable.
And is not returnable back, touchback as they down it in the end zone. And that's going to bring out E.T. King again. Doug Britton, his first SFL touchdown on a kick return.
That's amazing.
Congrats, my friend. Nice work. This will be an E.T. King drive, though, as they get back out on to the field, just coming off that touchdown. See if they can continue that offensive momentum. 1st and 10 from the 20. Under center is King. He's got 2 in the backfield. One of them is Murray. Hand off to Murray. Tries to punch it through the middle. He's going to get taken down after a 2-yard gain. That's been mainly what Houston's run game has amounted to this point in the contest, is a couple of yards, and then they get absolutely blasted, not getting past this, or not getting into the second level.
I mean, you think just going back to that Doug Britton. I mean, he's playing fullback. He goes into this off-season workout program. He sheds the pounds. He becomes the team's kick returner, and that's how you get your first touchdown. Just incredible.
And dedication to his craft, and he's in a really good spot. That's another run and another quick stop. Linebacking core getting to Warren Murray, make it a 3rd and medium, and E.T. King gonna have to try to get his team a new set of downs on this play.
The Ravens Best in the chat asks, what is game day wrap-up on? It's just a YouTube thing. Check out Sundays here late tonight.
And that'll be King, right side, looking towards the sideline. It's caught, but not enough for the first down. They're going to call it a catch. It was very close. Leroy Brown brings it in, but it's going to be a 3 and out for Houston and give Vegas the ball back.
King's got to be saying, are you kidding me? I got 143 yards and 2 touchdowns, and now I could give the ball back and we'd be tied? How is that even possible? But that's how quickly this game has turned, thanks to Britton. Will he get another one here?
Yeah, he's back deep for the return here. We'll see if he can make it happen on the punt return this time. Low snap on the punt. It's a decent punt, though. Getting it out to about the 33-yard line. That is a spin move and a takedown to the 37. So that is going to be the end of that return for Britton. 1st and 10 for Colin Pierce and the Fury offense as they come back out. First time we've seen them in a little while after the Britton touchdown.
You know how they have it at work, Curtis? It's been 0 days since an accident.
Yes.
And they have to erase it. Well, Houston has had to erase theirs. It's been 0 days since their ankles have been broken by Doug Britton.
This will be a throw for Pierce. He's in the pocket, and he gets absolutely lambasted behind the line of scrimmage. A 9-yard loss as the defensive line gets to him.
Cabron Womack, first career sack, had a half a sack credited to him. Hey, congrats to Womack getting in the backfield for his first full career sack. Played at Salt Lake City, was the 53rd pick of the draft, and Houston's defensive line's got everybody working.
2 to the left, 1 to the right for Pierce. 2nd and a mile. Pump fake, throws left towards the sideline. That's caught. That'll make it a little easier to 3rd and 7 as John Blades comes up with another grab.
Well, they needed that because a 3rd and long there, deep back in their own end zone, would have been trouble. Now they've got everything open in the playbook just about.
Their own 40-yard line where they set up on this crucial 3rd down, and for momentum's sake, they really do not want a quick 3 and out. They got 3 at the bottom of the screen, 1 at the top. Johnson is your offset back. Pierce to throw. Throws over the middle. It's tipped and nearly picked off again. That hit 3 sets of hands, I'm pretty sure, and finally hit the ground. Mason Kirby, your intended target.
Well, you know, it's not the end of the world. I mean, it did give the defense a little bit of a break. They've got to be feeling confident after the last stop. The most important thing for Vegas is they've stopped the bleeding of this game. Houston came out, I mean, firing on all cylinders. And, you know, Vegas has now settled in. 3 quarters to go, plenty of time.
Yeah, still not quite at the end of the first quarter either, as this punt will be up in the air. Taken in at about the 21, called it fair catch and brought it in. So that'll bring out E.T. King for yet another drive. Pretty eventful first quarter as we're getting to the end of it. 27 seconds left in this first frame. First kickoff return touchdown, I believe, of the new season, if I'm right. And then of course the 2 offensive touchdowns for Houston. It's been a pretty wild back and forth first. Then it's been fun to watch. King to throw. Left side. That one's caught. Trying to turn it back upfield. Spin move past 1. That was a nasty spin. Put him right in the spin cycle. It is Finnemore with a second catch, and he put a man in the cycle in the process.
Not only did he put him in the spin cycle, but that's like when your washing machine starts getting off of its axis. Look at that. I mean, Maricatera is full-blown about to spill all the suds. That was horrific. What a move by Finnemore.
And that puts him to 1st and 10. Clock continues to run. 6 seconds left. Might see one more play before the end of the first. They might be just content to let it go as well. They will run it. King to throw. He moves up in the pocket. Left side. That one's caught and hit immediately. Is the receiver, but that is a catch and a first down starting the new quarter. Another one, this one for Leroy Brown to end the first frame. 14-7 Houston over Las Vegas on the road, and they have the ball trying to extend that lead. In the other game, 20-0 as of right now in the second quarter. Fort Worth over Portland. That's happening on For the Fans, twitch.tv/For the Fans, as well as the Lacrosse Sports Network on Facebook Live. 1st and 10 for Houston. They change ends and move right to left, just shy of midfield. Handoff, Warren Murray trying to move off tackle, and he's going to get taken down after a 3-yard loss. Murray having a hard time getting it going. Didn't quite have great luck last week either. 24 carries, only 54 yards to go on the ground. So he's looking to try to get some consistency going.
Yeah, that's surprising. And speaking of 54, Rhett Sawyer again in the backfield. This is the most dominant defensive line performance I've seen since Dan Tritz.
To throw. Right side. Oh, he had to split a seam to get it done in front of 3 Fury players. Got the catch that is the tight end, and that's a 7-yard completion.
That's the 4th different receiver with at least 2 receptions in this first half. And if we've got it right, and I believe we do, 12 for 12 now passing.
Trying to go 13 for 13 to the right side. And as we say that, he is out of bounds, I believe. They call that a catch?
They did. No home cooking here.
We'll see about that. I have a feeling that there's probably going to be a red flag on the other side somewhere. 1st and 10 for the moment.
Oh.
I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked if they're able to snap this ball. 1st and 10 for the time being at the 33-yard line. They're in Vegas territory on the cusp of field goal range. They do snap it. Unreal. Over the middle of the field. That is caught, and that is a 6-yard completion. Make it 2nd and 4.
And now ET is 14 of 14, and it gives us a chance to shout out our statisticians tonight, James Troll, JL Browning. You don't need a face mask to do statistics either, and they are keeping us on top of this. This King, 14 of 14, he's averaging 14.4 yards per pass.
He's got 2 in the backfield with him in the gun. Trying to maybe put the dagger in the second corner to the right side. That one's caught just short of the first down marker, 3rd and inches. Couldn't quite get it done. Another one for Leroy Brown. 3rd and inches again on this one, and a crucial 3rd down as this will be the difference possibly between going for 3 or possibly going for 6 if this continues. This will be 3 in the backfield with an I formation to go with it for King. He's got 7 in the box defensively against him. Murray through the middle. He's got the first down. He may not have gotten much more after that, Cam, but he has enough to get the chains moved, and he does so there to get him in the red zone.
Yeah, Murray is working hard out there. 8 carries, 12 yards. It's really been tough sledding, but those are the important plays. Remember, Vegas had a 3rd and inches, and Pierce took a sack. Houston has a 3rd and inches. They're still playing.
Murray is 1 of 2 in the backfield. King backs it up, throws back that was tipped and finally intercepted. It was tipped twice and then brought back the other way, returned to about the 24-yard line. Fury turned the ball over and the momentum sticks with them.
Tom Krieg with his first career pick off the deflection, and finally wow, what a play. That was, on second glance, it was better than the first. Max Jackson comes flying out of nowhere and makes a sensational play for the Vegas defense. That may even sneak its way to the top 10. That was amazing.
Seen 3 possible top plays in not even 2 quarters of play here in Vegas. Colin Pierce back out there. He's got 1 in the backfield with him, 2 in the backfield with him. Throw to the outside. That one's caught. Tried a spin move to Johnson. Didn't quite get it done, as it'll be a 1-yard gain. Keep up with the SFL and its teams on social media at Simulationfl. Follow and subscribe to all the channels: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. From teams to podcasts, final scores to major highlights, SFL Social has you covered. You're still just inside the beginning of the second quarter. In Vegas, 14-7 lead. Vegas has the football with a chance to at least tie it. This will be over the middle and caught. First down. First time that Pierce has been able to go over the middle successfully, this time to John Blades.
Yeah, this time he goes short, and a nice stop route run there by Blades. Just finds the soft spot in the zone. They need more of that, both out of Pierce and Blades tonight.
At their own 34-yard line. Trying to make some strides. Offset eye for Pierce. Handoff. Johnson, right side, off tackle. Gets past 1 layer and doesn't quite get past the second level. Gets a 9-yard gain out of it, though, as the linebacker comes up to make the hit. 2nd and 1.
Gulch on the tackle there. He's been a little quiet as most of the action has gone downfield. But it almost seemed like, just a few minutes ago, but it's actually been almost half a quarter now since we said Vegas stopped the bleeding, and they really have. Game's still the same score.
3 to the left, 1 to the right. Pierce to throw outside, got the first down and a couple more yards as well. Good way to do it. 1st and 10. Vegas starting to find some end roads here as they get halfway through the second.
You love the chess match there. The last time they tried to get Bovine on that little out, was knocked away by Kai Cash. This time the defense backs off. You run either the same play or a very similar play, and this time Bovine gets the better of the Houston defense.
Both A-Star Miramontes and Tiberius Bovine with catches. They had none a week ago between the 2 of them. 2 to the left, 1 to the right for Pierce. 6 in the box defensively. Quick little throw on the seam. That's a catch and a first down again. That's to the 40-yard line in Houston territory. Good start on this drive for the Fury as it continues.
Well, if Doug Britton was looking for a new job, he'd have this game all over his resume. Nice little hot route there, right up the middle of the field, and I mean that's just timing. That's just football timing. Good on Britton and Pierce to get that synergy into Houston territory.
Right at the bottom of your screen here, 1st and 10. Pierce to throw. Plenty of time in the pocket. Gets it to the outside to Johnson. Johnson's going to try to break one, and he's not going to get very far in the process, but he does get a couple of yards. Make it a 4-yard completion to the 36.
Well, I talked about it in the pregame. This is a kind of a who are these teams game. You know, if Houston's 2-2, maybe they're not as bad as people thought they would be coming in. Not a lot of people high on them after the offseason they had. And then if Vegas gets to 3-1, they'll look like difference makers out west.
A little bit of a miscommunication on the route, I believe. Britton, your intended target. And that is going to fall incomplete. 3rd and 6. Yeah, if Vegas goes to 3-1, you really have to start looking at them early in this season. The nice part is they're making their road a little bit easier as they get into the later parts. They're taking some pressure off those later games as they try to fight for playoff positioning.
Absolutely, and a lot of teams that have not had a lot of playoff success, it's because they've spent the last month of the regular season desperately trying to get there, even get into the playoffs.
To the backfield with Pierce from the gun. Throw left side, caught towards the sideline. It's a 1st down and 10 at the 22. It's Blades again, and he is running roughshod over the Houston defense.
If I could stop on a dime like Blades, I'd be winning Dancing with the Stars. How does he get that foot in? That is just a fantastic play. And Damon Simeon did not think that he was in. I don't know if he's going to win that challenge.
No, it looked like he had 2 feet down, but we'll see what R62 has to say about that. As well, on the cusp of possibly being tied, Vegas knocking on the door here. This is a pretty big challenge from the Houston sideline.
That's into me, Curtis. What do you think?
Yeah, it looked like it was into me. I mean, trust the blind guy. But it does indeed look good.
Wow.
Oh, really? Okay, so they're going to call it out of bounds. Maybe a control issue, Kim.
Yeah, it could have been. I was so distracted by the great footwork, I really wasn't looking at the control of the football. So that's bad on me. And for my money's worth, Curtis, you can't call a football game if you're blind. So there's got to be some sort of half and half there somewhere.
Somewhere. Third and 6 turns into 4th and 6 on the incompletion. Now it is an attempt from what is going to be 53 yards. This is a long kick from the right hash. Kick up and on the way. It is up from Boudreau, and it's through. Plenty of leg on it. 3 points on the board for Vegas, and they bring it to a 4-point game.
And the kickers, this week in particular, I think I've seen maybe 8 or 9 field goals from over 50 yards made today, a few of them in the snow back when we were more in the South earlier today. But these kickers are on fire right now, and Vegas slowly whittling it into that 14-point deficit.
That would have been good from 56 at that range. The way that ball hit the uprights, that's really good work from Boudreau and the special teams unit from Las Vegas, definitely winning this game as far as the two units going back and forth. 14-10 now as the ball is down in the end zone, and we are going to get this drive underway for ETK and company. This is a fairly large drive for a good Houston offense that's been good so far, but Vegas's defense has definitely stepped up, forcing the turnover last time out.
Yeah, King's only incompletion, that interception, and at least Vegas was able to turn it into some kind of points.
It's just funny because King made the incompletion, but it still ended up in the hands of somebody. This will be deep over the middle of the field, and that one's picked off the other way from midfield, and it's returned to the 38-yard line. Don't look now. Vegas is absolutely in business as their secondary has come to play.
Now 2 down, 12 to go, and then King will have as many passes to the other team as he did to his own teammates. Colin Trelli takes that away, looking for Brown deep down the field. And all of a sudden, Vegas down 14-0. They have really woken up.
They have a chance to potentially take the lead in the second quarter, and a little bit of a seesaw battle here in Sin City. Under center. Pierce. He's got Johnson behind him. 4 on the defensive line. Pierce backs up. Moves out of the pocket, throws on a little bit of a screen play, but it's read perfectly, and that is a massive hit and an incompletion as well. 2nd and 10.
Pierce calling, wanting a pass interference call. Nah, bro, you just can't throw all the way across the field. You're not going to get the call on that one.
Yeah, that was very, very good timing on part of the defender to get to his point of impact right at the right time and knock that ball loose. It is 2nd and 10. That's something you learn as a young player, though. I mean, that's something you'll try to, you'll look at on film this week, I'm sure. Handoff. Johnson through the middle. He's not going to go far. It'll be a 1-yard gainer. 3rd and 9 to the 37-yard line. Remember, it was Boudreau who hit a field goal from exactly this spot just a couple minutes ago, so he might have another shot here to do the same thing. But 3rd and 9, still a 3rd and long chance for them to extend the drive.
Yeah, that's a great point, Curtis, and because of that, I wouldn't take too big of a risk here. Try to get the first down. No deep shots down the field. You don't want to turn the ball over.
Pierce will take that shot, it looks like. Right side towards the sideline. He's got the catch. It at least makes the field goal a little bit easier. As another one, this one Mason Kirby brings in. It's 4th and 1. They will kick it likely from the 29-yard line.
Hell of a job by Marco Swift there to immediately push Kirby backwards, and maybe the offense goes for this here. They got all the momentum right now. At least try to get him to jump offside.
Yeah, they have 3 timeouts, so using one here with 4 minutes left in the first half wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. We'll see if they snap it, though. Still 10 on the play clock. Offset I formation right now for Pierce, 4 on the defensive line. And it indeed looks like they're trying to test the discipline of Houston's defensive line, and Houston passes that test. 1 timeout gone, 2 to go for Las Vegas. They're in a 4th and 1 scenario now. We'll see Otis Boudreau back out on the field.
See, I don't mind it in that situation. You got 4 minutes left in the half. You're not going to need all these timeouts. More than likely, you may not even get the ball back. But, you know, try to get them to jump off sides. If you can, you get a first down. If not, you still get at least 3 points. And for all the people that say, oh, that never happens in the NFL, watch football. You just don't watch enough football. That happens all the time.
Yep, absolutely. Just undisciplined teams, undisciplined defensive lines, and they get an earful when they get back to the sideline if they do fall for that. Right hash is where the ball is going to be for the kick from Otis Boudreau. It's a 46-yarder from this spot. Kick is on the way. It is up, and it is through with plenty of leg behind it, and that gets it to a 1-point game.
So they don't get touchdowns off the 2 interceptions, but they do get points off of both interceptions, and when you think about it, you know, if you get a touchdown off of one and you don't get a touchdown off the other, 6, 7, what's the difference? So, you know, nice job by Vegas cashing in on both those mistakes. The game is basically now even. You've reset the stage. Pierce started 1 for 6. He's 9 of 13 since. So now that the rookie and the offense has settled down, this is going to be a thrilling finish, I think, down the stretch.
Has all the makings of a very, very good game. No doubt this will be returned to about the 20-yard line, and it will land on the 20-yard line. Good stuff for Houston to get back out on the field and bring back one E.T. King. 2 drives, 2 interceptions after starting so well, did the veteran, but the Vegas secondary has woken up, and now it's time for the Houston offense to adjust and see if they can find a way past this Fury defense. 3:59 left in this second quarter, 1st and 10. King to throw over the middle. That one is caught diving forward. 1st and 10 to the 43. Didn't quite get the number on that bust, but a nice catch regardless.
Sim again, deep down the middle.
He lines up again at the bottom of your screen. He's going to work the crossing pattern. They're going to go his direction again. Tipped and incomplete. And that is 2nd and 10 after that one nearly ended up intercepted one more time.
E.T. King staring down Sim there. Got to look him off.
From his own 43. Over the middle. This is caught. Got it over the defender's heads. Gets it into Vegas territory. And they're in field goal range to boot.
It's unbelievable how many times Houston's receivers are beating Vegas over the top.
Same play, it looks like. That one's to the right side. Caught, 1st down and more out to the 23. And Houston in business just outside the red zone. It's Leroy Brown, and they'll huddle up.
Oh, man, I don't like them stopping here, Curtis. They've really struggled in the red zone so far this season, and right on the cusp of the red zone, their offense was clicking on all cylinders. Now you pause to give the Vegas defense a rest, and I don't know. Let's see if that comes back to haunt them.
And they liked the formation defensively they were in as well. We'll see what Houston can do after this regroup. Under center is King. He's got 2 in the backfield. Handoff Murray. Going to try to utilize him. He tries to move off tackle. Not going to happen as he gets swallowed up in the defensive line after a generous gain of 2.
I mean, King's 18 of 21 for 262. You stop the no huddle, and then you give to Murray, who had 13 yards on 8 carries prior to that run. It's just, it's puzzling.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense, that particular decision making, but from the 22 is where they're at. They're at least in position to try to add 3. But we're not even at the 2-minute warning yet. Still plenty of time. King to throw. Moves up in the pocket. Throws, and I'm not sure if he got deflected or if he just got hit and couldn't get it forward. Either way, Vegas' defensive line wins the battle of the trenches there, and it's 3rd and long.
And Warren Murray wins the play. The ball gets deflected, and Eric Davis, the linebacker's in perfect position to make the play, and Murray basically comes over and just shoves him to the ground. So he can't get the interception. That's not going to show up in the box score, but that was a heck of a play by Warren Murray.
Last time King was 5 wide, he threw a touchdown. We'll see what he can do in this play. Over the middle, tipped, and incomplete. Dangerous play. Ends up hitting the ground. The secondary comes to play again. It's Colin Trell one more time as they have a chance for a field goal.
There's Davis again, and Colin Trell came in late, but it came back to haunt him, Curtis, that they stopped their momentum in the no huddle, and the offense fizzled out. That's a win for Vegas' defense as far as I'm concerned, because it was looking real ugly there for a hot second with those receivers streaking down the field on, in routes and corner routes and fade routes. I mean, they were hitting them on everything.
39-yard attempt. Snap is good, hold good, kick up and on the way. It is up, and it is through. 38 officially, and it is a 3-point add-on for Espresso as he gets it to a 17-13 ball game.
Nice kick, gives us a chance to look at the roof of this stadium in Las Vegas, Silver State Stadium, the greatest roof in sports stadium histories.
Kick up and going to be on the way to give Vegas back the football. Vegas still in a chance to take the lead on this drive, and they've got plenty of time and 2 timeouts to work with. This will be a return from Britton. He's already brought 1 back today and tried a juke move to get to the outside, to get to the 26, and that'll bring out Colin Pearson company. 17-13 as we play with a couple minutes left in this second quarter. Chris Curtis, Cameron Irvine with you in the broadcast booth in Sin City, Las Vegas. Last game of the week as we are starting to wind things down and getting towards what turns into the middle of the season pretty quick. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Left side, that one is caught to the left. Oh, he broke a tackle. He's got some room. 30 to the 20. Can he get there? He can. Vegas, big strike, touchdown, and they take the lead in the late going of the first half.
Oh my gosh, on the rookie. Law thought he saw a ghost. Did you see John Blades wave goodbye to him? He said, see you later. He totally fooled him on that play. We're going to get another look. Oh my gosh, we're not going to get another look. That was incredible.
Oh, 2-minute warning, and it could not come at a better time for Houston as they try to regroup. Vegas has taken the lead pending the extra point.
I could have sworn I saw him wave goodbye to him, Curtis.
That was unreal. From the Vegas offense, Houston's defense absolutely chasing their tail. On that, the rookie is burned. John Blades doing things to these defenders as he's had a very good day so far. Extra point from Boudreau about to get up in the air as this play commences. Snap good, hold good, kick up and on the way. It is through. A 3-point lead now manufactured for the Fury. 20-17. They were down 14-0 to start this game within the first 6 minutes of the game. And now all of a sudden, the tables have turned.
Blades fought the law, Curtis, and Blades won.
That does not happen very often. That does not happen very often at all, as the Hyenas offense has really been stalled out. Credit to the Vegas defense and also their special teams as well, getting this comeback going. This will be returnable from 10 yards deep in the end zone. Get it out to a spin move to the 20-yard line. 21 is where he will end up, trying to do his best Britton impression. Didn't quite work out on this play. 1st and 10 for Houston.
What a whirlwind of a first half. I mean, 1:51 still to go, and King's already thrown, both of these quarterbacks have now thrown a combined 43 passes. It's just been a shootout for the ages, and Blades has over 100.
Yeah, centennial mark for Blades. DR Sim as well, if you missed it, his centennial touchdown in his career. This will be over the middle. That one is caught, and it's a quick, short cross pattern, 4-yard gainer, and it'll be DR Sim again.
Look at that. 5 for 131 for Sim, 5 for 102 for Blades. Both number 1 receivers showing out.
2nd and 6. I formation. 7 in the box defensively for Vegas. Seven-step drop for King. Deep over the middle of the field. That one is caught. No, he didn't bring it in. Oh, it was DR Sim who looked like he had the ball and was gone. Couldn't quite get it done. And that is a 3rd and medium for Houston.
Max Jackson says,
Go, gadget, arms.
and he just reached up there and knocked that ball away again. That's the 2nd time he's made a terrific play.
Max Jackson with the max wingspan makes it happen on defense for the Hyenas. Or for the Fury, sorry. Hyenas in a 3rd and 6. King to throw. Backs up, same spot. This one is hauled in past the 50-yard line. They call their first time out of the half. 1st and 10 for Houston, and they start moving the ball in the right direction. Leroy Brown with the reception.
What poise by King. Watch Sawyer. He was coming around the backside, and King just lays it right into Leroy Brown's hands. But, I mean, the pressure from Sawyer, what a move. Didn't phase E.T. King. Almost 300 passing yards in the first half, and Houston's trailing.
In the gun, E.T. King. Clock is stopped. They will go on his play. Still over a minute to go. King, three-step drop. Throw outside, trying to get to the outside. Is the receiver. Couldn't quite get out of bounds. Clock continues to go. Second and medium. Same formation. Trying to run the no huddle here. Get them into 2-minute drill into the end zone if they can. To the outside. Trying to get Murray involved. That's not going to work. He cuts back to the inside. Gets hit hard, and they call a timeout.
Good timeout there for Houston. Got to regroup for this big third down. They're 4 for 7 on third down today. Vegas, meanwhile, Curtis, is 0 for 6. All of the big plays that Vegas has had has been on early downs. That's going to be Houston's key in the second half, is force Vegas into those third down situations. That's when their defense has been on lockdown.
You can hear the crowd in Vegas getting loud, trying to will their defense to a stop on a big third down. King is in the gun. 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. King to throw. Laser, left side. That one's caught. First down for the Hyenas inside the 30-yard line.
King is having himself a career night.
In the gun again. Same play, same formation at least. This one's a block and release. It didn't quite pan out. It'll be an incompletion, 2nd and 10.
That ball looked like an article of clothing on the floor of Ross. That thing just sat out there for no one to claim it. I don't know who he was throwing that to.
34 seconds left in this second quarter. Still plenty of time for King to work. They've got 1 timeout left. That becomes their crutch if they need it. Trying to get themselves back in the lead before this first half ends. 3 out to the left for King. 3-step drop. Deep. Left side. Looking for the end zone. To the 5, to the 3. Taken down at the 1. First and goal, and they do not call a timeout yet. I'm expecting them to possibly clock this ball.
They better hurry. They got to run a play right now. Oh.
And they do. They'll clock it. 17 seconds to go in the second quarter, and they have 2nd and goal with a chance to take the lead.
Again, Curtis, run a play there. You've got them on your heels, and now if they don't get this, they may end up kicking a field goal here. I don't think they're going to give it to Murray 1 yard out, although they do have 1 timeout. They got to be careful here. That could be another missed opportunity.
And it could be a really bad one the other way as well. He's in the gun. He's already thrown 2 interceptions tonight. King to the outside. Back in the end zone. Tipped and incomplete. That's dangerous. And that nearly ended up going the other way. DR Sim intended target.
Murray was wide open, and King threw that into triple coverage. And honestly, Curtis, that's his first bad throw of the night. I mean, he had no business throwing that ball. And now they're going to end up settling for a field goal because they slowed the game down. And it's the second time we've seen a case of that here tonight for Houston in the first half.
To be honest, I thought they had more time to run another play, but they're going to take the field goal instead and get them back to even. From the 1 yard line, chip shot left hash. Kick is up and on the way, and it is through from 17. So another 3 points on the board for Houston. It's 20-20. Anybody have 20/20 vision? I definitely don't, but that's beside the point. 11 seconds to go as we end the first half, with likely an even slate.
Now, Portland's on the board at least, so they avoid the shutout, but they're having a rough night. You know, all's fair in love and war, I guess. You know, Houston getting that field goal, I think it makes sense for this game to be tied right now.
On the 10-yard line, Britain's going to get it back to the 28 and no further than that. They do have a couple seconds left on the board if they want to try something. 2 timeouts, but they would need to be pretty quick plays. Otherwise, they just give it to Scott Johnson to let him in the half. Pierce getting ready. We'll see what they try to run here. He's in the gun. Makes me think they want to try to throw this. I don't expect them to. We'll see what happens. 2 to the left. It will be a play action. Oh, he's in a big world of trouble. Evades 1 sack, doesn't evade the second, and he gets taken down after a 7-yard loss. That's a rookie getting greedy as we've seen before, and that is going to be the end of the first half of play. It's 20-20 at the end of the second. here in Sin City. Week 4 off to a really, really fantastic end with his last game.
I thought you were going to say start there for a second, Curtis. I was going to say, oh no, please. I feel like I've been doing way too much for it to be a start. Look at the difference in yardage. 347 for Houston, 157 for Vegas, and it just begs the question, how in the world is Vegas tied in this game right now? And you can thank Doug Britton for that.
Yeah, no kidding. 341 total yards through the air for E.T. King. And you take a look at the other side, 143 for Colin Pierce, 11 for 20, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions from King. It's been the quarterback show, Cam. That it doesn't look like it's going to end as the running backs are kind of just there's blockers and receivers right now.
James Troll and J.L. Browning are dominating the stat sheet here tonight for us behind the scenes, and they get us this doozy. Leroy Brown has 10 receptions in the first half for 114 yards. The entire Vegas team has 11 receptions. I mean, Brown is just balling. Sims over 100. This Britton run, though, this kick return, not only was it the first of the season in the SFL, but that's one of the best I've ever seen, just how he was able to pull it off there in close quarters.
John Blades as well. You take a look, he's got over 25 yards per reception right now. He's got 4 catches, and he's past the centennial mark. Take that stat down as well. But Britton, you're right on the Britton return. That was a nutty return from him, and probably going to see one of those just like that most of the season, if not all of the season. So that's a really nice play. It's going to end up on the top plays of a lot of people's lists in this week and probably this season.
You know, third down in the second half, that's all that matters for Houston. Third down offense is a thing in the SFL, and Vegas has not been very good tonight. 0 for 6 on third down. Houston they just got to avoid giving up the big play, keep everything in front of them, force Vegas to convert these third downs, because they haven't proven they can do that tonight. I think if they do that in the second half, they win the game. Otherwise, they could be in some trouble because they've left some crucial points off the board. And as you can see there with that Blades catch, this Fury team is explosive.
Couple of notes from that first half. DR Sim, his 100th career touchdown reception. Congrats to you again. And then as well, you take a look at the kicker, Otis Boudreau. That 53-yard kick that he hit at the end of the first quarter, looming large right now. Without it, this game is not tied. And that becomes a major sticking point, possibly later, a really long kick from a contract kicker, which is one of the main arguments, I think, in the SFL lore amongst the entire community.
Oh man, Vancouver missed a 24-yard field goal today without a signed kicker. I mean, that
the defense rests its case.
I mean, I felt so bad for him, but also, you know, you make your bed.
Yeah, that's not wrong. Kai Cash deep for the return as we get the third quarter underway. He's 5 yards deep in the end zone. He will return it to the 10 to the 15, moving left at the 15 to the 20. He'll get taken down to the 21-yard line, and E.T. King probably got an earful from the coaching staff in the locker room during the halftime break. His second quarter was a Jekyll and Hyde to his first quarter, which was very good, and he'll be looking to recover a bit. Let's take a look there at Maricatera.
Yeah, he had the one bad pass, but really it's the pace of play for Houston that has been their Jekyll and Hyde.
1st and 10. King to throw on first down, left side, and an immediate hit. Good timing, 5-yard completion. Good job holding onto the ball from Finnemore at 2nd and 5.
So if I'm if I'm Houston, I'm scoreboard watching just a bit right now. Fort Worth looks like they're going to go to 3-1. Mexico City's 3-1. Lone Star won today, so they're 2-2. This is huge. If they fall to 1-3, they're putting themselves in a hole.
In the gun. King to throw. Left side to the outside. It's Murray. He's going the wrong way, and he will get taken down after a couple-yard loss. 3rd and 11. A.K. Jones, the defensive tackle, brings the stop.
Warren looked like he's spent maybe one too many nights in Vegas after that run. That's a little bit too much opening up a bag and looking at the Vegas roof and telling stories kind of moment for Warren Murray. That was tough.
That's right. He's had plenty of plays in the affirmative towards the other direction in his career. A little bit backwards on this one, but he'll get it turned around. 3rd and 11. King with Murray in the backfield. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. 5-step drop, gets to Murray this time. He'll move the right direction this time. He'll get a couple yards forward, and a quick 3 and out for the Vegas defense gives Houston a chance to punt it, and Vegas will start with a chance to take the lead.
Nice block there from the tackle Terrence Smith on the outside, but yeah, just couldn't get enough on it. That's a huge stop for Vegas' defense, and now we'll see. The second half key. Can Houston just keep Vegas in front of them? I think Houston's played the better game tonight, but the big plays are costing them. The 2 touchdowns and the 2 turnovers.
From the 35, gets it as far as the 36, and then gets lit up like a Christmas tree as the special teams unit converts on him pretty quick. 1st and 10 for Colin Pearson Company as he brings his Fury offense back out onto the field. From the 36-yard line is where they're at. Good field position to start this first drive of the second half. He'll be in the single back with Johnson behind him, 4 on the defensive line. Looking to throw. Throws to the right side. Looks like a short cross, and that is going to be a completion as Tiberius Bovine, his second catch, gets him 4 yards.
If nothing more, Vegas has proven tonight that they may be ready for some more primetime television on national TV, because this team is nothing but entertaining.
Yeah, whether it's good or bad, they're entertaining, no doubt about that. Offset high for Vegas. Pierce handoff, Scott Johnson right side, going to try to spin past 1, and I think he may have taken a tip from from Britton, but it didn't quite pan out this time. It'll be a quick stop and a 3rd and 6.
Kai with his 3rd tackle, he leads the team along with Kai Cash, Ethan Kai that is, and then Alex Perez. So, good game for the DBs of Houston tonight in particular.
3rd down upcoming. Key 3rd down. One of your sticking points before the second half got going, and he is gone to the house. It is a Fury touchdown as they take the lead for the first time tonight.
Oh, I'd like to announce my retirement from the booth. Oh, Vegas isn't good on 3rd down. Just get him into 3rd down, he said. Oops. Mason Kirby burns him. And Vegas, Curtis, after being down 14-0, they have the lead.
Who lost track of Mason Kirby? I think the defenders thought they had help over the top, and they end up chasing Mason Kirby's yellow sleeves into the end zone on the post route. How about that? And all of a sudden, Vegas, who started down 14, they get the kick return, and that turns everything around for them. Now they're up a touchdown.
Yeah, this game really comes down to 5 plays. The Britton touchdown, the Blades touchdown, the Kirby touchdown, and the 2 Houston interceptions. Other than those 5 plays, I know that sounds stupid, but Vegas has had 38 plays in this game. Other than those 5, Houston has wiped them out. But sometimes the biggest plays are the best plays and the most important plays, and E.T. King's just got to be shaking his head here. I mean, the team is playing totally backwards. From the first 2 weeks, their offense couldn't get going, but their defense was great. Now they've flip-flopped, just like Vegas did last week.
Well, let's shrink down the scope even further. The Las Vegas defense adjusted to what E.T. King was doing to them, and the Hyena offense has yet to readjust their game plan to try to answer. So this is a big drive for Houston. E.T. King back out as Kai Cash will touch it back. From the 20-yard line, E.T. King has to do a little bit of soul searching, a little bit of team searching, trying to find the way to get through this black, pink, and yellow wall that is the Fury defensive line. Offside I formation for King. Quick drop back, plenty of time over the middle. That one, it's on the ground. It's picked up by the Fury. That didn't look like a receiving move, but they're going to call it a turnover for the moment. I fully expect we'll see a flag on this on the ground somewhere, as that was picked up. Leroy Brown, your intended target, and E.T. King shaking his head.
Let's see here. What a hit.
Oh, that's close.
What a hit by Colin Trelli. Closer than I thought it was at first. Let's see. Boy, he was turning upfield. That is very close. I think you see a challenge regardless. King made the tackle there at the end of it. That was close, Curtis.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. So yeah, this is going to be a real interesting call. Upon further review, in live action, it didn't look like he made a football move with that football. He didn't look like he had the time. But looking at it again in the couple of reviews that we saw, maybe he did.
He needs possession, needs to move upfield. That's possession, and
I don't think he had his eyes upfield
no
yet.
matter what they call, I wouldn't disagree. That is really close.
After review, the receiver did have possession. It is therefore ruled a fumble. The visiting
Okay, so it is indeed overturned. It looks like that is a R62 had his words back right. I think that is indeed an incomplete pass. They did rule he did not have possession of it. He did not make a football move. Therefore, it cannot be a fumble, and Houston remains with the football.
Go home, you're drunk, ref.
King calling something at the line is a big call either way, no matter which way you slice it. King to throw, puts one over the top again. This one is caught. No doubt about this one to the 44-yard line. It's DR Sim with his 6th catch.
So Houston now 2 for 2 on challenges. They're going to get an extra one. That could come. That could be crucial down the stretch of the game. But this deep middle, I mean, Vegas is just getting owned. The deep middle of the field, DR Sim doing whatever he wants down there, along with Brown. If Houston just continues with that formula, they could win this game. King has almost 400 yards passing now, Curtis.
And is down a score. We'll see if he can get it back even on this drive. King to throw. Left side, little bit of a floater ball. And then was that a one-handed grab? Certainly looked like it at the 39-yard line. Wow, that is Finnemore. He's had a day as well.
Finnemore doing his best Statue of Liberty impression on that reception. Wow, just showing off.
Under center is King. Defensive line moves a little bit to the right. They're in Vegas territory at the 39. 7-step drop, gets it to the outside. Has Warren Murray, spins past one layer of defense and doesn't quite get past the second layer. It'll be a 2-yard gainer to the 37.
It's not often, Curtis, that I say that Murray's got 14 yards and I don't care. This is one of those games. I mean, ET is just dominating. 382 yards. Keep going with what's working, and what's working is the pass game right now. There's no doubt about that. It's going to come down to the two quarterbacks over the middle. That one's caught, first down and more, out to the 23-yard line, and Houston just outside the red zone. They're in a good spot to potentially at least get themselves tied here. It's just a clinic. I mean, look at Walker. They run a little double cross with the tight end, and Walker is wide open. I mean, there's nobody within 5 yards of either hash mark on that play. King just taking whatever he wants right now.
Two at the top of your screen. Defensive line moving a bit. 7 in the box defensively. They look like they'll send extra help. We'll see if that's the case. First and 10, they send 4. Deep, over the middle. That one's caught. 10-5 touchdown. And the Hyenas DR Sim, his 101st career reception for a touchdown, gets this game likely back even.
Wow, you got to take another look at this here. Again, over the middle. Sim, he's just running a post route. I mean, these post routes haven't been defended all night. And Houston just, Vegas 54-44 last week, and now 27-26 pending extra point this week. It's crazy to think that Vegas's first 2 games were 22-10 and some other low score that's insignificant. I mean, it's just wild how it's turned on its head.
And that is a slow-moving extra point snap, but it does work out in Houston's favor. 27-27, 54 combined points, and we're probably on pace for a cool 80 or 90 by the time this game is done the way it's been going. About 6 minutes left here in this third quarter. And Britton back deep for the return. He's already got 1 he took back to the house tonight. See if he can do that again. That would be a feat in SFL lore. If he indeed finds a way to do that, this kick is on the way. Returnable from about the 11. As a way up the middle, but doesn't quite get past the 31. He will get taken down there, and out comes Colin Pierce. The Vegas offense has definitely turned it up, and it was all the 5 plays you were talking about, be able to burn Houston's defense over the top. Thank you, Mason Kirby and John Blades, for the ones over the top. And it's been fun to watch this Vegas offense spin the wheels a bit and finally get traction.
38 offensive plays for Vegas, 52 for Houston.
3 to the bottom, 1 to the top of the formation for Vegas. Stays in the pocket, and that's a very errant throw. That was nearly a problem. Kai Cash on the deflection. It's 2nd and 10.
Kai Cash in the chat saying, let's go Cash, and he makes a play. Nice job by Kai, 2nd down. He's been really good in the slot tonight for Houston, and that's really important in this matchup because Vegas has so many weapons, 3 receivers, 2 tight ends, and a running back. Having that slot DB be as good as Kai Cash has made a difference tonight.
Offset I formation. Johnson is the deep back. Deep left side from Pierce. This one's intercepted, and out of bounds goes the defender, but that is a big turnover to get for Houston, as all of a sudden they're in business to possibly take the lead.
And watch John Blades get WWE'd smackdown at the end of this play. Watch this. Oh, he just was off camera. Come on, that was PG-13. Camera crew, you can put that on the screen.
Either way, big interception to get for Houston secondary. They are in business at their own 43. Really good field position to start out this drive. King is under center. He's got Murray in the backfield. King 7-step drop. Looking, moving. Ball's on the ground. It's finally picked up by Houston, and that is going to retain possession for them. Nearly a big issue, though, as the offensive lineman picks it up. It's 2nd and 20.
Forced by Ryan Ray, and you don't often see strip sack fumbles in the SFL. Ryan Ray putting in some work tonight. 3 tackles, all for a loss. Forced a fumble, has a sack. Now it's 2nd and long.
3 at the top, 1 at the bottom for E.T. King, trying to recover out of that. Murray goes to the flat. He's going to get the ball. He's going to try to get past one layer. He's not going to. That is a great open field tackle to bring his man down, and Murray cannot catch a break.
Chris Magel he's really played well tonight. Low key, 4 tackles, and he's made some terrific plays in one-on-one coverage. When he needs to make a play, he's made it. Now it's 3rd and very long. Don't give up the deep post.
The deep post could be on the menu here. 5 wide. King looking, throwing, but he gets hit as he throws. Arm moving forward, incomplete pass, and it's a quick 3 and out for the Vegas defense at a crucial time.
Lewis with the pressure. Everyone on this defensive line balling out here for Vegas. They continue to be a big difference, and that drive all started with Ryan Ray. He really blew up the whole thing. Now Vegas gets a chance to regain the lead.
4th and 21. They will give the ball back to Vegas from the kicker lined up at his own 16. Snap is decent. Kick is up and gone. It is over the midfield logo out to the 28-yard line and returned to the 32 or to the 30 by Britain. Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League. Visit sector6apparel.com or our website at simulationfl.net for replica team jerseys and completely customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more that help each team stand out from their opponents. Get the gear the fans wear with Sector 6 and the SFL. In the gun, Colin Pierce to start this drive out from his own 30. 4 go out to the left for receiving routes. Oh, what a pop into the air. That was nearly a Plinko ball that ended up being an interception. Britain, the intended target, ends up hitting the ground harmlessly. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Pierce caught a break there. Fortunately, nobody there on the other side of the bouncing ball, but this short middle stuff, it's just not working. Pierce is 13 of 25 passing, just over 50%. And he's going to have to get more creative than that. This season, 64% completion for Pierce, so under the average.
That's going to be a run through the middle. That's not going to happen. Scott Johnson, again, a bit of the resistance is futile for the run game offense. Not going to happen. Perez on the stop. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Both teams really struggling tonight to run the football. That's kind of surprising.
And these two quarterbacks, it's coming down to their play. The rookie Colin Pierce, absolutely in a shootout with the longtime veteran E.T. King. This is over the middle. That one's caught. First down and a couple more out to the 43-yard line with 4 minutes left in the third.
Get this. Coming into the game, Houston's has the 9th best rushing offense, Vegas 14th best. Run defense, Houston 19th in the league, Vegas 22nd worst run defense. They give up 125 a game, and both run defenses have come to play tonight.
Here's to throw. Over the middle, that's another popped ball, and that will hit the ground once more. The Plinko is powerful with this Vegas offense at the moment. It's 2nd and 10.
That sounds like I could throw some Star Wars pun in there or something, but I'm not your guy for that.
The force is right with this one.
There you go. And then if I screw that up, then I become a meme. Then no one forgets about it. I didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah, that's all right. People don't listen to me. It's fine. This will be over the right side. Deep ball that will hit the turf. Criminally underthrown by Pierce. Had a man over the top, and Marco Swift gets his hands on the football.
Criminally underthrown, almost like Brady with that Super Bowl trophy. That's what that throw reminded me of.
Nearly a problem. That's going to be a nice pass deflect, though. Pass defend, whatever you want to call it. 27 all, 3rd and long for Vegas. They are not quite at midfield yet. Got to get it to the 43 of Houston to move the chains, as you see by Bovine there. He's got a couple of catches tonight. 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Johnson is the only one back. 5-step drop, looks deep, left side. That one is going to be, a diving attempt at an interception. Didn't quite work. John Blade's intended target, but it hits the ground. 4th down, and Vegas will punt.
Man, Ralgar Law he's come to play in this second half. John Blades can't get open with him defending him. That's been a pretty impressive third quarter now, back-to-back series for Law. Forces the punt.
On upcoming, special teams unit nearly got there as well. This will be deep to about the 16-yard line, and Cash can't go anywhere with it. To the 17 is where he ends up. Next Saturday on 11 Sportsnet, Week 5 begins with the 11 Sports Network and FTF Twitch, a battle of 2 top teams. The Pacific Division when Vancouver meets Los Angeles in California. Atlanta visits Jacksonville, and live look-ins at St. Louis, D.C., and Las Vegas and Arizona. Coverage starts at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. The SFL on 11 Sports football season is only just beginning. 7 in the box defensively for Vegas as E.T. King comes out for his next drive. Starts it at the 17, deep over the middle. That one's caught, and look who it is. DR Sim trying to break a tackle, and a second one, and he gets down to the 14-yard line. He gets tackled there, but what a throw and catch, and another one for the legend.
DR Sim, another deep post, and then after that, he's just rocking DJ to sleep as he rumbles all the way down the field with the football in his hand, and so close. Krieg slowed him down, but Vegas is going to lose this game if they can't stop the deep post, and whoever's playing them next week, there's your scouting.
Yeah, exactly. That's apparently all you need right now. That's what Houston has absolutely burned them with in this second half so far. Just over 2 minutes, just under 3 minutes left, in this third quarter. Still tied, but Houston's knocking on the door. They're in the red zone. Offset I formation, King. He has not been this close to the end zone since the first quarter. Looks to throw. Left side, caught. Trying to get Murray involved. Spin move, pass 2. He's in. Touchdown, Houston. What a play, Warren Murray. No way they take the lead.
Welcome to the game, Warren Murray. I wasn't expecting much out of that play, Curtis, because he just has been quiet all night. But this is masterful. Spins away from one, knocks Colantrelli to the ground and scores. And Houston is back with all the momentum.
Colantrelli had to try to grab his shoe tops after the spin. I'm not sure he read the spin from Murray did, neither did we. And either way, Murray's in the end zone for the receiving touchdown, and King makes it happen. 33-27, pending the extra point to make it 34. See if they get that. And Vegas looking up at the scoreboard, finding themselves behind again. What a back-and-forth game we've seen in Vegas tonight.
More receiving yards for Murray tonight than rushing yards. That's stunning.
All right. Well, that about sums up that word stunning sums up this game so far. 34-27 as that went up and through. And this is a big possession for Vegas coming into close to the end of the third quarter. And you really don't want to go down 2 scores at this point. It's going to be hard to try to crawl out of 2-score holes twice in one game. Returned by Britton from the 8-yard line. He's going to try to get into the open field. He's going to get taken down at the 27. This is one of the worst starting field positions for Vegas all night long, the 27, and that's a testament to the prolifics of their special teams unit so far.
We've been on the air almost an hour and a half, and we're not even out of the third quarter. It feels like every possession is a big possession in this game.
See what this drive has for us. Pierce is under center. He's got 2 in the backfield. 4 on the line defensively for Houston. Quick drop throw. That is a quick completion on a very, very short seam route. 2nd and 3 after a 7-yard completion.
You know, Curtis, it's almost like, we're running out of things to say, not because the game isn't entertaining, but because it's very much more of the same. We're looking for one of these teams to give us something different, and neither one of them both of them have just continued to produce in the ways that they have all night.
It's been a steady series of cardiac trips is what it's been. Johnson tries to bowl his way forward and gets a yard, make it a 3rd and short. 3rd and 2 effectively with the 35-yard line.
Yeah, nice effort there. Boy, 3rd and 2. I'd still throw it here, Curtis. I trust Pierce.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly where they're going to go. It looks like that is Johnson in the backfield, but he's very offset. Don't look like he's going to get the football, and he will not. Pierce drops it back. Now he'll get the football on the throw, and he runs into 2 hyenas who have him for lunch. That is 4th and 1 at the 36, and a quick 3-and-out from the Vegas offense.
Man, great defense for Houston. They had that all cleaned up. That was probably their best defensive possession of the night, just holistically for Houston. Got him off the field quick, and now that very tired Vegas defense from chasing DR Sim all night. By the way, Sim now has 248. Yeah, they're back out on the field.
Yeah, and Houston has a chance to extend that lead as well. This will be caught and returned. Kai Cash gets it out to the, I believe it's 26, sorry. I'm reading is fine. It's 1st and 10 there. E.T. King back out, and a chance to possibly put a dagger in the hearts of the rookie Colin Pierce in the Vegas offense.
DR Sim got to be approaching a career high here. I know that he had a big game against Oklahoma City years ago, and we'll be getting into that territory if he keeps running these posts.
Set I formation for King to the outside. That's a catch, and out of bounds he goes. DR Sim another grab. He's got 9 on the day, 250 in yardage. He's got a quarter millennia in yardage this game. That's a crazy number. It's 2nd and 5.
What'd you call me, Curtis? Quarter millennia?
Quarter millennia, yes.
Is that some sci-fi slang?
No, I don't know. I'm not sure. You caught me off guard. It's hard to do that. This is Murray through the middle. He's got to run through the middle and got positive yards. 1st and 10 for him, and he has a new pep in his step after his touchdown earlier.
You don't often hear quarter millennia on a football broadcast, so
you're right.
I'm just making sure.
It sounds right. 250 is a quarter of 1,000, right?
Yeah.
We got this.
No,
yes.
You're right. You're smart.
Yeah. Broadcaster math. We got this. Let's go. This will be a high snap for King, left side towards the sideline. Yes. Caught. It's DR Sim again. His 10th catch. He's got 261 yards, and that is the end of the third quarter of play. The Hyenas are moving. They are moving in a pack. It's 34-27 at the end of 3. Get your 86s up in chat. Rest in peace, Mr. Rich Pratchett from a season ago. We get the fourth quarter underway. Las Vegas down a score. They're on defense as well, just shy of midfield. Handoff. Warren Murray is not going to go far on this one. He'll get a yard, 2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line, just shy of the stripe.
Fort Worth wraps it up, so every team in the Southern Division has won in Week 4. Houston trying to complete the sweep. King 5-16.
By the way, that's half a millennia.
All right, I understand.
That's a big hit as well. That is a massive defensive stop there to stop him before midfield, make it 3rd and 10, and Vegas staring in the face of a big 3-and-out here from the Hyenas offense, and Vegas needs this.
You know, this is the first time I can remember in a long time, Curtis, that Houston's been 3rd and 10. We really haven't seen it much tonight.
3rd and medium has been the worst case scenario for them recently. You're exactly right. 5 wide for King. Over the middle, looking for the post. This one's picked off. Back the other way. It was an overthrown ball, and it finds its way into the hands of the Vegas defender. Don't look now, but Vegas has great field position, only down 1 score.
And E.T. King now has 2 tackles. He saw the post, and he got so dang excited that he overthrew DR Sim because Sim was open. King's going to go back to the bench, open up his tablet, watch the film, and throw it somewhere. He wants that one back.
He probably won't overthrow the tablet. Just kind of putting that out there. We'll see. And DR Sim, he's pointing. He's like, I was right there. You just got to hit me. 1st and 10. Under center is Colin Pierce. Johnson in the backfield. To the outside to get it into Johnson's hands. He's got a couple of yards, no further than that, but he'll get 4. Make it 2nd and 6. Visit the all-new SFL League website at www.simulationfl.net for info on how to create a player to join our community, the league, and the teams that play in it. Links to apparel, helmets, and a comprehensive history of the SFL. It's over 1,400 games, and it's thousands of players who have hit the virtual field. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. 34-27. Vegas trying their best to get even in this game. Johnson has room. Left side, there's a flag on the field. It may not matter. Could be a holding call, though, as that will be a 1st down pending the laundry.
Oh.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. Offensive holding is what caused that opening in the secondary, and that is going to set them back a bit as this will reset things.
Called it on Miramontes, and I didn't see Miramontes necessarily right in the play. I did see a great block by Lincoln Hawk and a little bit down the field, but that must have happened 3-4 yards down the field. Tough penalty to take there.
2 at the bottom, 1 at the top for Pierce. Pierce to the outside has a catch out there. It will not be great for the grand scheme of things, but Kirby brings it in, make it 3rd and at least somewhat in the area code of the 1st down marker.
3rd and 11 from midfield, down 7. How many chances are you going to get? 8:44 to go. You probably think you got at least 2 possessions, maybe 3. Right now, the defense is holding their own. I'd go something, maybe just a short corner to the outside.
Watch Blades here. Over the middle. That one is tipped and incomplete. He was not looking for Blades. Looks like he was looking, or actually might have been looking for Blades. Kirby was also in the area. Either way, 4th and 11, and that's a big 3rd down miscue from Vegas.
Yeah, short middle, not going to do much against this Houston defense. They're too stout. Alex Perez, Brody Gulch over the middle. Perez, in particular, has been terrific tonight. And I will give Vegas some credit. They've kept Mike Baker and Zach Turner off of Colin Pierce with the pressure. Just 3 sacks tonight for Houston. But other than that, I mean, that's a loss. Look at that. Stop it.
That'll work. Oh, they let it go into the end zone. How do you do that? It was on the 1-yard line, and they just let it roll. That's a big special teams mistake from Vegas and could come back to bite them.
They let that roll, Curtis, like you let me roll, stammering and stumbling through whatever that last point was.
I wasn't going to stop you.
I know, and they weren't going to stop that football. You know, you people look up to you, Curtis. You have to set an example.
People look up to you like me. So there's that. 3 in the backfield. That's going to be a Warren Murray run through the right side. And you start to think the defensive line of Vegas starting to wear down a bit as they've continued to try to pound the ball with Murray. And it's actually starting to pay dividends now that they have the lead.
Well, we talked about it earlier. Murray is the better of the two backs in terms of his skill set, and you don't want to be in a position where Murray is wearing you down late. Vegas really needs to score quick.
King, right side towards the sideline. They're going to call that a catch and a first down. That's a big one for Leroy Brown. He's got a bunch of catches as well. He's got 10 for 116. Great receiving day from the Hyenas offense.
We're going to have to look back deep in the archives. When was the last time in a game that two receivers from the same team had over 10 receptions? King is approaching 600 now. He's completed 40 balls tonight.
600, that's a season for some quarterbacks. Split backs formation for King here. Looks to throw. Quick drop, get it to the outside. That's Warren Murray. He's not going to be able to spin his way out of 3 Fury members, and he'll get a 6-yard gainer. Not much more than that.
That's actually Walker out there.
Walker, yep.
Yeah. Third catch, the 5th catch for tight ends here tonight. Even though Houston has gone deep early and often because it's been open, King's really done a nice job mixing things up so Vegas can't totally key on him.
Handoff, right side, plenty of room. Warren Murray, he's going to try to break through. He gets the outside, can't quite turn the corner. It'll be 1st and 10, though, in Vegas territory.
Yeah, I think you called it just a couple plays earlier, Curtis. It really does look like Vegas's defense is getting worn down. That was the 68th offensive play for Houston in this game. There's still, 7 minutes and change left. I mean, by the end of this game, Houston's going to have 80 offensive plays, and any defense will get tired chasing people for 80 plays.
Offset I formation for King here. He is closing in on that magic number of 600. He's going to throw again to the outside. Another good catch. And another one that ends up towards the sideline. DR Sim in his office. It's a 5-yard gain.
It's just kind of amazing, Curtis. I mean, when you think about, I can't believe Houston's only up 7. They've dominated this game. They've been better on the ground. They've been better through the air. They've made, bigger, I would say, defensive plays, more timely. It's just crazy.
It's a 2-touchdown game without that kick return.
Yep.
This is going to be King left side. He's going to get a catch out there. Not much to it. Loss of yards, but the clock continues to go as we come down to 6 and very small change left in this 4th quarter.
Nice job by Colantrelli, but actually Rhett Sawyer's pressure once again on the quarterback forced an early throw for King. 3rd down and 8. Do it again. Sim at the bottom of the screen. Watch the post. This may be some slant routes here.
And just under 560 through the air for King. He's going to try to go for more here. Oh, that's over the middle, but it's intercepted. Back the other way, and there's room for the return. Out to the 50 and down to the 45-yard line. Another interception, 4th of the day for King. Eric Davis, the linebacker, brings it in.
I'm really surprised that King threw that football. He really has been honing in on Sim tonight, but there were 2 guys on him. At first, I thought that Sim may have run into a teammate, and it caused a delay on the route, but no, it looked well executed. Just King put that ball in a terrible spot, and now with 5:40 to go, Vegas might think about running some clock here.
Couple of our miscues from King has resulted in issues. This will be a run for Johnson, trying to break a tackle, but the ever-oncoming steam engine that is Ethan Kai, I believe that is, who gets in and it's Barnes, comes in and makes the hit to knock him down. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That was an amazing play by Ralgar Law, the corner. He blew up an offensive lineman, causing Scott Johnson to go backwards and make that play for no gain. For a corner to do that against a tackle, that was fantastic.
He's been very good in this second half. Johnson with a juke move to the right. He's going to get 3 yards, not much more than that. But watch Law. They're working the left side of that offensive line very regularly as Johnson continues to get carries in a spot where you'd think they want to throw the ball.
I'd look for Bovine here. Blades, when he's targeted, is only catching about 44% of his targets. Bovine 60, that's best on the team.
Haven't seen Miramontes much either in the last little bit. 3rd and 7. 3 to the bottom half of your screen. Looks to throw over the middle. That one's caught through the hands of the linebacker who was looking for that ball. That's tough. 1st and 10 Vegas at the 27.
Wow, that was dangerous. I thought Pierce held the ball way too long. Let's see if we get a look behind him. Right through Perez. Oh, Alex Perez should have had that. Oh, he was off target a little bit as that ball floated to the left of him. Nice camera work there by our crew here in Vegas. But wow, Pierce delivers a dime. That was huge. 1st down.
Got to check the numbers on this, but Zivalai 47 calling out King closing in on the Marconis record with his yards today. So not sure exactly how close that is at the time. For the time being, we'll see if we can get a number on that here shortly. Johnson through the middle, 2nd and 7. Gets to the 23. Houston backing up towards their own end zone in a spot where they do not want to give up a touchdown here, but they'll take a field goal if needed.
Yeah, the way that Vegas is playing this, they may not get the ball back. They got to be real careful about this. If I was Vegas, I'd want to score with about 3 minutes to go just to give your offense a chance to get the ball back here.
2nd and 7 to the outside. Gonna try to turn it upfield. Out of bounds he goes, and Mason Kirby kicking himself. Couldn't get the 1st down, but it'll be 3rd and at least very short to see if they can get this and move the chains.
You know what I mean, Curtis? There's just not enough field to run the clock out here. You know, even if they ran every play, from now until the end zone in terms of rushing the football, they're just not going to be able to run the clock out. So they got to score here to try to get the ball back.
Yeah, they get scored here, and then Hope E.T. King continues those issues over the last couple of drives. This will be a handoff. Johnson, he's got the 1st down, I believe, through forward progress. He does to the 16, and Vegas is in business inside the red zone.
Houston earned another challenge by getting the first 2 right. That might be worth it. Womack makes a brilliant play. I'm surprised they're not calling it, I guess, valuing their timeouts, but he looks short to me.
1st and 10. Looking to throw. Plenty of time. Left side. Oh, that's a problem. And it nearly came back the other way. The linebacker made the play to knock the ball out. 2nd and 10.
Gulch just settling down into a zone, and he found Miramontes cutting across. She gets lucky here. She cut under, or Gulch rather, cut over the route of Miramontes. Nice job not interfering with A-Star, but sort of getting in the way. And, boy, that could have been a disaster for Vegas there.
2nd and 10. Their pulse is still strong with this right now. 34-27. They're down a score, but they're knocking on the door. Pierce, pump fake, thrown, back in the end zone, intercepted! Houston makes the turnover happen, and Pierce with his 3rd pick today, none bigger than that one. Houston has the football.
No one had been quieter on this defense than Marco Swift, and Kirby just does a bad job of running that route. He's running a seam, but he allows Swift to undercut the route, and he basically just gave Houston the football. I mean, Kirby there for a time was open. The ball comes out late. Now their defense needs a major stop.
Do indeed, but we're going to see a steady diet of Warren Murray here for a little bit, and they get back to what they know, and that's stopping Murray behind the line of scrimmage. 2-yard loss, 2nd and 12.
Jones is having a heck of or Lewis rather, is having a heck of a night for Vegas. They're going to protect their timeouts. They need another stop here on the other side of the 2-minute break. If they're lucky, they could end up with 2, maybe all 3 of their timeouts in the football back. So it's not terrible right now for Vegas, but they cannot give up something deep down the middle on that 3rd down that will eventually come.
4 interceptions so far for E.T. King. I would expect he wouldn't throw this, but we've seen weirder things. See if he indeed tries to get them the first. He will throw. 7-step drop even. Deep over the middle. Looking for the dagger. And he's got a completion out past midfield. Unreal. The deep post burns Vegas again. And DR Sim is closing in on a career day.
That was just so smart by Houston. You're coming up on the 2-minute warning. As long as you complete the pass, you now force Vegas to burn all 3 timeouts before they get the ball back if you complete it. So why not throw another deep post? It's been working for you all night, and Vegas has had no answer. If they lose tonight, it'll be because they could not cover the post over the middle.
300 yards on the dot receiving for DR Sim. It's the end, or sorry, the 2-minute warning at the midfield stripe. 34-27, Houston with the football and the lead in the waning moments. What a game it has been. Chris Curtis, Cameron Irvine with you in a barn burner shootout as this one sits. Sin City, the host of it, as Houston tries to wrap up this game just at midfield. It'll be a handoff. Warren Murray has a little bit of room, and he'll get himself 4 more yards. Las Vegas, their first of 3 timeouts, and they will continue to use those as they dwindle them down.
Fury need a miracle here because now, like you just said, Warren Murray is going to wear him down. He just got 4 on that. If he gets 4 the next 2 plays, this game is over. And if Houston can pull this out, 2-game win streak going into week 5, that's amazing.
It's a good recovery as well. They would be 2 straight wins for them if they can make it happen. Under center, handoff Warren Murray trying to cut the corner. He's not going to be able to get there, and it'll be nothing on the game. It'll be 3rd and 7 there. And E.T. King, 590 yards through the air. The really good question then you look at is, do you give the player of the game if Houston wins to E.T. King or DR Sim? I'd think Sim.
That's a tough call. I would say, Sims had been wide open all night, but the other throws that King have made have been special. Run a post here again, 3rd and 7. Why not?
Might as well. Murray's going to try to bust it forward instead. They will get the 3 and out that they need and give Vegas back the football. However, all timeouts are gone at this point. And now with less than 2 minutes to go, it'll be a steady no huddle and sideline visit for the Fury as they try to crawl back into this game.
I'm shocked, Curtis, because with how explosive Vegas's offense is, how can you take the chance? Just throw it to Sim. In that case, if you get an incomplete pass, okay, good. They finally stopped you one time on it, right? I'm shocked that they went conservative there. That could come back to bite them.
It could. It bounces at the 10-yard line, down to the 3, down to the 2, and they don't make the same mistake that Vegas did earlier. It is stopped at the goal line. Vegas is going to have to go 100 yards to tie this football game.
It's the little things, right, Curtis? 3rd and inches, Vegas doesn't get it. 3rd and inches, Houston picks it up. Vegas doesn't stop the ball from rolling in the end zone. Houston does, puts them at the goal line. The little things win ball games, and now, this would be crazy if Vegas pulls this off.
If Houston's got to keep everything in front of them, that's where it comes from here. This will be Pierce, right side, deep, and it's tipped and incomplete. Nearly a problem for the Vegas offense. That would have ended the game. Kirby, the intended target.
I love it, Curtis. From your own goal line, you don't have any timeouts. So if you throw a pick, the game's over. So why not throw it deep, right? You got no timeouts. You need 100 yards. I love the aggressiveness out of their own end zone, and we'll see if they can make some kind of connection.
And this will be interesting if they try to go with another deep pass. Houston's defense licking their chops on the goal line. Looking to throw. Left side. Got a completion out there. They have no timeouts. They have to get to the line of scrimmage, and they have to think about what they're going to do next here. They're going to run no huddle, same formation. They're not clocking the ball, it looks like. They're in the single back. Looks to throw. Pierce over the middle. This one's picked off, and that is going to be likely your ball game as Houston comes in on the road and will win. Ethan Kai, the dagger holder.
An absolute dagger, and he ran all the way to the other side of the field. He knew exactly where Vegas was going to go on the play. Houston has won 2 in a row. Unbelievable job by Houston in the clutch. Their defense, back-to-back weeks, makes big stops. The South cleans up. The South Division and the Atlantic Division, every team 500 or better. This was so critical for Houston to win, to keep pace in that division, and just a monstrous victory. Really impressive. They took advantage of Vegas's weaknesses tonight, and their defense delivered 2 knockout punches down the stretch.
You got to take a look at the Vegas defense, though. That's going to be the main question mark for this team going into week 5, giving up an average of 43 points over the last 2 weeks in an 0-2 record to boot. They were in those games, yes, but their defense must play better if they have a chance to crawl out of this hole they've made for themselves and, as they come back to even now. So they're 2-2. They're not out of the wood. They're not out of the hunt by any stretch of the imagination. And they've had 4 solid weeks of football. Their defense really, really needs to show out week 5, though.
It's just got to be completely frustrating for Vegas because the first 2 weeks their offense was pretty good, but not great. Their defense was amazing. And then the last 2 weeks, their offense has been way above average, and their defense has just let up yards and points like crazy. They just got to be thinking, how do we put it all together?
That is going to be the end of this one. Houston comes in and sends the crowd home unhappy. The Vegas Fury go down. Final score 34-27. Cameron Irvine, your post-game thoughts?
Wow, I mean, just look at that, 560. I mean, the turnovers are a wash. Time of possession, Houston wore them out. 79 offensive plays tonight. Warren Murray showed the energy that he still had left in the fourth quarter. And at the end of the day, Vegas could not consistently move the football. Yes, they had the big plays, but you take those big plays out. I mean, Colin Pierce completed just barely 50% of his passes. Scott Johnson averaged 2.5 yards a carry. I mean, when it came down to it, when Vegas wasn't getting the big play, they weren't getting much of anything. And a huge shout out to Houston's defense. They've now won 2 in a row, 3 second-half picks by 3 different players. And by the way, Curtis, John Blades in the second half, nothing. He didn't do anything. They retooled, figured out how to shut him down because he dominated in the first half at over 100 yards. Barely a pulse in the second half.
There's a game of adjustments, no doubt. The Vegas adjusted to what Houston was doing to them early, and then Houston readjusted to get themselves in a better spot. And Houston comes out the victors in this Week 4 tilt. It was a shootout tonight. We come back to you for Week 5 starting at 4:30 Eastern. It is Vancouver visiting LA in the Pacific Division as the 2 top teams go at it on 11 Sports. And for the fans, that is going to be a fun one no matter who comes out on top. And Week 4 coming to an absolutely thrilling conclusion with a shootout in Sin City. Houston, your victors, 34-27 over the Las Vegas Fury. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League. For more information, log on to the all-new Simulationfl.net to learn how to create a player and join our thriving community. Player of the game up next, Cameron Irvine. 5 words or less, what do you think is going to be?
I think it'll be King.
That's 5 words. Nice one.
I used a contraction.
King gets the vote. Last ditch effort. Chat, give me your player of the game as well. I'm going to go DR Sim. I think he's got it. We'll see right now. And it is indeed DR Sim. 297 yards officially is what he's got. 2 touchdowns. 24.8 yards per catch is what he ended up with. We will see you in LA in 6 days' time. 4:30 Eastern, 11 Sportsnet. And for the fans, thank you very much for the Simulation Football League, and good night from Sin City.